Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 34 of the Florida Trail 2025 northbound through hike. And so today we're going to be walking towards the town of Madison. I looked at the far out guide last night and the forecast, and right now what I'm thinking is instead of going to the church, I'm going to go to the Madison campground where they have cabins for like 70 or 80 bucks with tax. And that way, I don't know if the church has Wi-Fi or anything like that, and the cabin does, so I can get some work done. And then tomorrow, it's kind of shaping up like the storm is just an afternoon storm, so I might be able to just sort of hang around in town until the storm passes through, and then just be on my way and just do a couple miles. The problem is we're hitting a nearly 50-mile stretch of road walking where there's a lot of private property, and you basically have to camp at churches. So I'd have to look tonight to see if there's time for me after the storm to get to a church or someplace to camp. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. But for now, I'm going to be doing roughly 13 miles to the Madison campground. It's just on the south side of the Madison interchange, and we can get a shower there. They have pizza and ice cream. Supposedly they have Wi-Fi, and it's not too far from the north side of the interchange where there's like a McDonald's. There's a couple convenience stores with other restaurants, and one of them even has shower and a laundry, and the Madison campground does not have laundry. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to do laundry, but at least the option is there. So that's what it's looking like. It's right around 7 a.m. I'm ready to go, so let's hit it. So the far out guide says this is a natural bridge. I guess we don't have a good view of it, but it's a natural bridge that was formed in they call it karst formation, which is basically the limestone gets eroded due to water passing through it. All right, say your final farewells to the Suwannee River. This is our last look at it as we veer away from the river, and we won't see it again on this trip. I took a little side trail just to get here. This was a waypoint in the far out guide. Heading downstream left to right. Making a left on Winkapin off River Road and heading into town. There is no real town, it's just a little bit of a civilization. Truck stops, fast food restaurants and convenience stores, and a couple hotels and campgrounds. So it looks like they have that thing, yeah, it just clumps up, as you can see. Just clumps up the pine needles in between the rows of trees. And then they have some worker down here. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but he's kind of going through them. They're looking for something. There's another. Alright, this is the main road. We're making a right on here, and then we got 6 miles to the campground. And town is just north of there.
Approaching right turn.
6 long miles. And the time should be right around 9:30, I believe. Oh, sorry.
6.4 miles, take the left fork. Turn right.
Yeah, it's 9:37, so 2 hours or so will get us into the campground. Well, I made it to the Madison interchange. There's the McDonald's arches. And I'm turning left here to get a room at the Madison campground. Alright, I just wanted to make a quick video to close out day 34. So I hiked 13 miles up to Madison, and I tried to go to the Madison campground, and they have like hotel rooms over there. And that was going to be considerably cheaper than the hotels on the north side of the interchange, the I-10 Madison interchange, according to the Far Out Guide comments. So I was expecting $70 to $80, and they quoted me $112, which was more than the hotels on the north side. So I ended up at the Best Western Plus on the north side of the interchange. It's well, it actually is a little bit more expensive, but I think it's a lot nicer. And so I checked in here around 3 p.m. There's a McDonald's next door. I got lunch there, charged up some electronics, and then later in the day I did laundry. I got a shower, and I started looking at tomorrow, and it looks like the storm is coming through like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So what it's looking like, what I'm going to do tomorrow is wake up early, get breakfast here in the hotel, and then I want to be leaving by around 8 o'clock, and I'm going to head, before the storm gets here, I'm going to head 6 miles west to the Hopewell Baptist Church, and I'm going to hang out there while the storm comes through. And then I'm kind of hoping after the storm that I can do another 5.5 miles to another Baptist church. I think it's called the New Home Baptist Church. So I would get in almost 12 miles, which isn't great, but for a day where there's storms, I think that's kind of my best bet. So yeah, so that's what I got going on. The room's pretty nice, as you can see here. And there's, like I said, there's a McDonald's across the highway. There's a Wendy's, a Subway, and a Dairy Queen. I think that's about it. Oh, and both sides have a convenience store. Like sharing a space kind of with the restaurants. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I got for day 34. We'll see how the storm goes tomorrow on day 35. So have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning.